Afternoon. We are here. It is January 2nd, 2026, and we are about to go. We're about to go into just a little bit more of our Michigan Wolverines dynasty here. As you can see, we're on the load-up screen for the game between the Michigan Wolverines and the Oregon Ducks, and well, it is time. So we're on the road against Oregon, and then we have a road date against Minnesota. Now, I'm not going to say that we're going to do both games at once because I don't know. We might, I'm not really sure, but we're at least going to get the Oregon game out of the way. I know that for damn sure. That's why we're here right now. So anybody that's watched, thank you for following along. Anybody who's, it's nice. So we're going to get into this. Oregon, Michigan. Oregon, I think I'm going to stick with their home game green. I think I'm going to do that. So, let's see what happens, because we know we're going to have our hands full with the defense, just by the ratings, and the offense is going to be interesting. So, let's get in on it. Let's get the kickoff. Let's see what it looks like in Austin Stadium.
Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. Heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling.
All right. We're going to start on defense. It's a nice, balmy 63 degrees. So let's see how it goes. So we kick the ball into the end zone. It will be a return. And he goes down at the 16.
The Ducks offense will get first crack at it here.
Malachi Hughes and Jordan Marshall will be the running backs that everybody talks about. Of course, Oregon is breaking in a new quarterback. Is Devin Dampier is now running the show at Oregon. But oddly enough, Dante Moore is his backup. Yeah, you heard me right. Dante Moore stayed in school, and they went and hit the transfer portal, got Devin Dampier, and Dampier is starting. Moore is the backup. I can't make this shit up. So, defense takes the field, offense marches down the field, gets themselves on the board, and Oregon is up 7-0. We got 5:22 to go as Malik Hughes took it in from 1 yard out.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll run it from the gun.
And we go up middle, got 2 yards.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first
And we got 6 on that one.
getting a chance to show what you're about.
Look at that 3rd and 2.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think goes a long
Marshall
way.
up the middle gets the first down.
So important to convert these third downs, and they
Moving.
get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Throws it out to the tight end. He makes the catch. First down.
Immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down.
Marshall gets the first down on the ground.
To move the chains. And the Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Back to pass. It's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. Nice.
That's 7 on that one.
Leaves it a little short of the first down. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Got it.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
Got 3 on that one, not bad.
Well covered, just a short game there. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Got his man.
We were close, though.
Quite going to be enough as they stop him.
All right, they want us to go for it. I'm on the...
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Grabbed over the middle. It's
Got it.
Corn. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Got his man. They'll get it down.
Oh, yeah, they injury timeout for Oregon.
This quarterback right
Got
now is
1:13
doing
left.
a nice job in pre-snap. He's
We're
reading the
moving.
coverage and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Gives it on the option. And
he's short.
They didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. And the Wolverines will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Here he goes, breaking the pocket.
Oh! He dropped it.
Tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That
Damn, we got all the way down there, but couldn't make the catch. Oregon marches down the field, but they end up having to give it back off of a punt. And we get the ball as we get our first drive of the second quarter. We're at the 43.
to the air. It's Underwood. Here's a hit. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Got first down there on that run.
With a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Floating away. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Creasecorn. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here comes the heat.
Oh, throw that one away.
Downfield, he'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd...
Oh, we're going to be short. They want us to kick a 40-yard field goal.
I mean, good news here. They get the completion. Bad
Looking
news,
at it.
though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Smashes it between.
Kick's good.
That'll bring him to within 4.
We got on the board.
Check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on,
We're
Kevin?
still down, but we're on the board.
Matchup that has
At
just
least.
gone final. NC State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Raleigh. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
All right.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything.
Kicks away into the end zone. They're going to return it.
Bring it out. It's rigged.
And he's going to get taken down at the 14.
And sometimes you just have to take it.
All right. Let's see what Oregon's response is. Oregon's response, march down the field, gets stuck, and forces to start a drive at the 6.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. It's complete.
All right, he's on the move. Gets 8.
Coming. He gave him the business end of it and gets it out to the 14. The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Looking for space. It's Marshall.
What the hell?
Knocked down for the tackle.
I called a run.
By this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these
I called a running.
encumbered and get to the football.
I know what I audible to. That was not it.
And this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime.
I did not audible to a fucking learning play.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
Good job by the coverage.
Where do you think you're going? Yeah, no. So we get an interception from Troy Bowles. We get the ball. We're at the 39 with 56 seconds to go.
Work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. It's complete on the right side.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Marsh. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Oh, that
Just
didn't
as he
go.
released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Caught over the middle, it's Marsh.
Marsh makes the catch.
Getting down at the 36, it will be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Finds his man, it's Marsh. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Let's see what the flag is.
Offside.
Defensive offsides. Well, I think we're going to keep
the
it.
offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. We
I'll
got a
call another
timeout here late in
timeout,
the
just-
first half, and they'll try to
just
get
in
more
case.
points on the board before the break.
I didn't want anything stupid to happen. But they want us to kick a field goal, which, knowing I'm getting the ball back, I'm willing to do it.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Good.
So we added us to another field goal.
That brings them to within 1. We
Cut it
play
to
2 minutes
7-6.
here. Time to go to Kevin
We're going
Connors
into
for
the
a
half.
time update.
But we get the ball to start the second half, so I'm okay with it.
Eugene. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
All right, we're getting ready to start with the
Let's
ball.
send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
Kicks away. We've got
On
it.
the move from
We're on the
inside his
move.
spot.
And we're down to the 18.
But not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. And they're
Oh,
ready.
shit.
And he
Come on, man. What the hell?
sacked at the 7. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air, it's Underwood. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? He's got it. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Looking for room. It's Marshall. At midfield, he's got room.
Up to the 30. 31, actually.
Big play for the
Good
Southerners.
run.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Marsh with the catch. He gets up to the 16.
Before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground.
Marshall gets 7.
Inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The run from the shotgun.
And we're in.
Wolverines.
Wolverines are on the board.
Jump on top.
And we get our first lead of the game.
Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They want us to go for 2, which doesn't surprise me.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. To the air. It's Underwood.
Yeah, we do.
In the end zone for the 2.
Because they went to the blitz. I think they thought we were going to run it.
Easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
And we're going to have a return.
From inside his own 10.
And he got taken down at 17.
In that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
All right, so Oregon will take over. And they march down the field, get themselves on the board with a field goal. And cut it to 14-10. As Rashad Crum kicked a 37-yard field goal.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. With the catch, it's Marshall.
Yeah.
This defense is going to have to be
9 on that first
they have
one.
to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Out of the gun, the inside.
Marshall got the first down. Barely.
They'll move the sticks for a first down.
But he got the first
They
down.
moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Morgan.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Going to take a shot on second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Morgan. And he's ridden to the ground.
Think we're going to have a flag on the offense.
Let's check the call.
Yeah.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Line getting set on second down. From the gun.
Good God,
On the
man.
inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage and tackle that time.
And third quarter comes to an end. Oregon has the ball, but they're down 14-10.
We switch ends of the field. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
All right, so we're in the final period. Oregon has the football, and let's see what they do. They march down the field, get on the board. I want to say, yep, that was a touchdown, okay. 24-yard touchdown by Malik Hughes. So they have taken the lead back, 17-14.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Wolverines in the hurry up.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The give out of the gun. Looks as if we have an injury on that.
Oh, and the backup tight end is down with an injury. That would be Hogan Hansen. I'm not sure what his injury is, but we'll probably get into that at some point.
And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He's got him in the
Yeah, that wasn't happening.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
Tight end with the deep catch. Getting down to the 30.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line.
Marshall getting some movement. Got 9 on that one.
Bring up second and short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Got the first down.
It'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver.
Barsh with the catch. He's up to the 3.
3-yard line, an explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Quarterback touch pass.
No.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go.
And we're on the board. Michigan takes the lead.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
All right, so we'll kick the extra point. And we'll take the 21-17 lead.
Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. New Mexico is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Wyoming.
Well, he's got really,
We've got our finger on the pulse of everything.
We got to take it down to 23.
College football.
All right, let's see what happens. And they march down the field, take back the lead. It is 24-21. Dampier hits the Corian Moore for a 14-yard score. We got 2:55 to go. Question's going to be, do we drag this drive out, try to take as much time off the clock as we can? Well, we got off to a good start right there. Up to the 44 with that catch.
Into this game, they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
From the gun, they'll try to impose.
You got Marshall up the middle. It's to the 44.
Here's this offense. defense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again.
That's a really good job by the defense.
That'll be the last play before we get to the 2-minute warning. We got 2 minutes. We got the ball at the 42-yard line, I believe.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab.
Makes the catch. 156.
Picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle.
Marsh got 7, and he's injured on the play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Something with his leg, but no, it'll be okay.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The pull and throw off the RPO.
Got 2 on that one.
And they pick up just a few on
We'll take it.
And that's perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
They want me to kick a field goal of 42 yards. And you know what? I'm going to let them do it. So we tied the game with the field goal. And we give them the ball back with 1:05 to go. So they're marching down the field. They got 42 seconds left. Ball's at 45. 27. Ball's at the 38. And with a false start penalty. So they have 17 seconds left. And they picked up 25 yards. Got it to the 18 with 14 seconds left. So let's see what they do. Call a play.
Snap it on 1st and 10.
Let's see what happens.
They'll go to the
They hand it to Hughes. Hughes is on the run. He got stopped. And they're going to try, and they're going to look to kick the field goal to end the game, to take the win.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
All right, let's see what happens.
So now on comes the field goal unit.
Do they get the field goal? And the kick is up. It is good. And Oregon beats Michigan on the last second field goal, 27-24.
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so
Oregon picks up the win, 27.
I get to take a vacation.
27-24.
We get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on page from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
So Devin Dampier goes 20 of 29, 263, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Malik Hughes, 27, 122 score. Jamari Johnson led the team, 5 receptions, 76 yards. Decorian Moore ended up with the receiving touchdown, 3 for 36. Malik Hughes, 4 for 47. It was a back and forth game that didn't go our way. Bryce Underwood goes 33 of 38, 288, no touchdowns, no picks. Jordan Marshall, 16 carries, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jamar Browder goes 11 for 91. Andrew Marsh goes 7 for 86. It was a back and forth slugfest, and unfortunately, Oregon held on to the last second and won the game. So we lose the game 27-24. We have now dropped, I believe that would be our second game of the year, the third. And ironically, all 3 of our losses have been in Big Ten play. We're 4-3. This is not a good year for the Wolverines, record-wise. Not what we wanted. We wanted something else, and we didn't get it. So we're losing out on recruits. Let's see. Brian Flynn locked us out. He reached his top 3 schools, and we didn't make the list. Eric Boggs has made his top 3 list, and we're right there at number 2. Marvin Gibbs locked us out. He's looking at Indiana, West Virginia, and Notre Dame. Niles Lindsay decided to commit to West Virginia, and Quentin Joseph is committing to Penn State. So we're definitely going to be looking at centers because, well, both of them committed to different schools. So we're looking at a matchup with Minnesota. We're number 21 in the country. It has not been a good year for us at all. Just being honest, it sucks. We're going to have to retool and try to figure out what we can do differently. Take a look. Okay. Well, I mean, we don't need a center, but I would like to have a center. We need 2 more mics because we're only down to 1. We need 3, so we'll look at our mic situation. Go ahead and get them. Oh, no. These guys have been scouted. You know what? We'll schedule a visit with him for the UCLA game. We'll schedule a visit with him for UCLA, and we will look at the play time. We'll go ahead and throw 25 hours. And alrighty. He's not even close, so that's fine. For him, we'll go ahead and throw 50. At this point, we need something. Alright, let me see. Let me look at my roster real quick. I'm going to make sure what I'm looking at for. I'm not just, Let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would probably, I'd look in there and just see. I mean, it's not that we need one, but If we could get one, especially if we get a decent, especially if we get a good one, it would be good for us. So we'll do that. Look at the list for centers. Looking at about 3. All right. You know what? He's in his top 8 and 3rd. We'll go with that. Yeah, he's 3rd, so we'll do that. We'll just add those 2. All right, so we've got our recruits done. I'm going to separate for just a second, and then we're going to pick back up at the recruit. So, back just a minute. All right, let's see. Let's see what we've got for. Well, let's see what we got for visits. If we've got any. I know we've got people that are open for visits. I just want to see. Okay. I don't think I'd want to spend 40 on him just yet. He's in his top 3, so maybe. But I can't because he's already been locked up. So, yeah, that ain't happening. About this one. 15. Has to be against Michigan State. Okay, let's do it. All right. We'll do conference prestige. Let's do a brand exposure. Yeah, we'll do brand exposure. All right. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so we got all our recruiting hours out of the way. We are pretty much locked up on visits. We'll have to work out the off season to get the visits done. Ooh. Missouri beats Tennessee in OT 62-56. Damn, I'm definitely gonna be looking into that one. Heavily looking at it. Oh yeah, I know I can. I just all right, let's go. Shit, let's go look at that one. I wanna look and see how. I wanna see what the hell happened with that one. Because that one was interesting. Let's see. I'm trying to remember a little bit. Stick out like a sore thumb, I know it. I know what I'm gonna do. There it is. Bam! Tennessee was up 28, 28-21 going into the half. Missouri puts up 14 on them in the third quarter. Tennessee gets 7. Then it was 14 for each of them in the fourth. Tennessee got 7 in OT. Missouri ends up with 13. Man. Missouri starting quarterback Sam Horn threw for 485 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Tennessee's starting quarterback Tavares Paris threw for 356, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 24-39. Damn, that's a lot. They didn't have a lot of running yards, Tennessee. 70 yards for Antoine Raymond on 12 carries with no touchdowns. It's pretty much the same thing with Missouri. Marquise Davis had 75 yards on 16 carries with 1 touchdown. I mean, that score just stood out to me because I was like, damn. I mean, I was just like, damn, you don't get a score like that unless, somebody went ham. And apparently somebody did. So the top 25 is different. Florida has taken over the number 1 ranking as they went from number 5 to number 1 thanks to a 37-24 win over Oklahoma. Texas Tech is the new number 2. Georgia is the new number 3. And the new number 4 is Texas. Texas A&M dropped from 1 to 5 after a 42-35 loss to Georgia. Miami is at number 6. Oregon at number 7. SMU is at number 8. Number 9 is Louisville. Tennessee drops from number 3 to number 10 as they lost 29-22 to USC. Alabama jumps up to number 11. LSU's number 12. Duke drops to number 13 from number 2, coming off a 3-point loss to NC State. USC jumps up to number 14. Notre Dame drops to number 15 as they're coming off a bye week. South Carolina is at 16. Penn State's at 17. 18 is BYU. Number 19 is Tennessee. They come off of that overtime loss to Missouri. They were the number 6 team in the land. Number 20 is Baylor. Number 21 is your Michigan Wolverines as they drop from 15. UCLA is at 22. Tulane's at 23. Clemson is at 24. And Boise State rounds it out at number 25. Ole Miss drops from the land of the rank. They were formerly ranked number 20. And Nebraska was ranked number 25 as they fall as well. This is been a crazy year, to say the least. So we're 4-3. We're taking on a 3-4 Minnesota team for the Little Brown Jug. And I got to be completely honest. Both of these teams. So let's take a look at the Big Ten standings at this point. Right now, in conference play, if conference play was to end today, it would be Oregon and UCLA. Oregon is sitting at 4-0. UCLA is at 5-1. Penn State and USC are 4-1. Indiana and Maryland are 3-1. Washington is 4-2. Ohio State and Nebraska. So Ohio State, Nebraska, Northwestern, and Wisconsin are all 2-2. Rutgers is 2-4. Minnesota and Michigan State are 1-3. Iowa, Illinois, and Purdue are all 0-4. The bad year for the Big Ten because you're Your good teams are having a bad year. Considering you're looking at, you've got 5. You've got 6 teams ranked in the top 25. And 5 of those 6 have winning records in the conference. Unfortunately, Michigan has a losing record in conference. That happens. You got Ohio State's having a bad year, 5-2. 2-2 in Big Ten play, unfortunately. They lost. They were riding high, 3-0 going into the Oregon game. They lose back-to-back games against Oregon and USC. And then they managed to win back-to-back games against Maryland and Nebraska. They play Illinois, they play Iowa, Northwestern, Indiana, and then they host Michigan to close out the year. Honestly, it's a bad year all around for the Big Ten, unfortunately. That's just how it happens. So, what we're going to do here, since both teams suck, we're just going to see what happens. We're just going to move on to week 10. Both teams suck. That's just being honest. So we move on to week 10. We have some recruits close out on us, which is bound to happen. It's just that time of the year. We're 2-3 in conference play, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I don't remember. I really don't remember. Oh, okay, it was because we won the. And the CFP top 25 starts this week. And we're ranked at number 23. All right. So we won the Little Brown Jug 31-13 over Minnesota. That's a surprise, but not a surprise. Let's take a look, see what happens. So we pretty much, we dominated them. It was 7-7 going into the second quarter. They scored a combined 6 points in the second half. We put up 24 the rest of the game. Underwood threw for 261 yards. He was sacked 4 times, no touchdowns, no picks. He was 20-33. Jordan Marshall, 17 carries, 102 yards, 3 touchdowns. That running game carried us. And I've got a weird feeling Marshall's going to be leaving at the end of this year, which is going to suck. Micah Kapana ended up with a rushing touchdown. 10 carries, 27 yards. Brady Priest scoring 8 for 111. Andrew Marsh was 6 for 72. He may decide to leave this year. He's signing pro potential, and that may be a problem. I don't know. But it didn't look good. So we get the win. We're going to clean up the recruiting board, and then we're going to look into the CFP top 25 and then get our first look at what exactly Boogs is going to Georgia. Miles Hindenburg went to Indiana. We got locked out on Ezekiel Boyd. And Teddy Washington locks this out. He's looking at Georgia, Miami, or Alabama. I think that is nope. And then Troy Lamar locked us out. He's looking at Miami, Illinois, or Penn State. He has a visit scheduled with Illinois. And that's the last of them. All right, so we need 2 receivers. We need a guard, D tackle, and an outside linebacker. We'll take it. All right. All right, so yeah, so we have our recruiting board back up to space. We are looking at a home test against UCLA. UCLA is 8-1, 5-1 in Big Ten play. We are 5-3, 2-3 in Big Ten play. Let's take a look at the CFP top 25, and then we'll take a look at the bracket. So the top 25 for the CFP is Florida, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, Miami, and Oregon are the top 5. Louisville, Indiana, Georgia, LSU, and Duke round out the top 10. Top 15 is South Carolina, USC, Notre Dame, Alabama, and Penn State. BYU, Baylor, Texas, Tennessee, UCLA, Tulane, Ohio State, Michigan, SMU, and then Auburn are the top 25 for the first rankings for the CFP. Now I can already tell, looking at the top 25 for the CFP, I'm not going to be in the playoff rankings, which I'm disappointed, but given the year I've had, not surprised. So let's see. What does the first official bracket for the CFP for 2026 look like? Top 4 teams: Florida, Alabama, Florida, A&M, Texas Tech, and Miami. So the 5-12 matchup would be Oregon versus Tulane. The 6-11 would be Louisville and South Carolina. Actually, a little interesting. Indiana Duke would be the 7-10. And the 8-9 would be Georgia and LSU. Oregon Tulane would play the winner. The winner of Oregon and Tulane would play Miami. Florida would host LSU and Georgia. So you'd have an all SEC quarterfinal between whoever won that one. Louisville and South Carolina would face Texas Tech. And then A&M would get the winner of Indiana and Duke at this present point in time. Title game is in Las Vegas, so should be interesting. So that is the top 25. So let's take a look. Where's the Heisman Watch set at? I'm very curious. The Heisman Watch sets at Gunnar Stockton, still at number 1. Mike Hart at number 2. Jaden Baugh of Florida is at number 3. Jalen Cooper of SMU, and then Arch Manning of Texas. So, should be an interesting run to see who ends up the Heisman winner when it's all said and done. Now, the awards watch list for right now. Gunnar Stockton is leading the way for the Maxwell Award. I'm not surprised. And then, of course, nobody from Michigan on that list. Walter Camp is also being led by Gunnar Stockton. And again, nobody from Michigan on this list. Bear Bryant, Joey McGuire. Of course, I mean, he's got the number 3 team in the land, so why not? Davey O'Brien, Gunnar Stockton. Gunnar Stockton and Arch Manning. And didn't he? If I remember right, he came from Iowa State. Yeah, I was going to say, he came from Iowa State. He went to Alabama. I'm shocked. Chuck Burdett, Colin Simmons. The Nagurski is also Colin Simmons. The Jim Thorpe is O.J. Fredwick Jr. Doak Walker, Jaden Baugh, and Kewan Lacey. Should be interesting to see who walks out of that one. Jordan Marshall is on the list for the Doak Walker at the bottom of the list, but he's on the list, so that's a good thing. The Fred Biletnikoff, that looks like that's going to be my car. Jalen Cooper may have something to say about that, but we'll see. Lombardi, Colin Simmons is leading the way for that one. We do have Cameron Brandt on the list, so we'll see where that goes. Unitas Golden Arm, it looks like it will be a fight between Gunnar Stockton and Malik Murphy. And maybe Devin Dampier, but we'll see. Edge Rusher of the Year, Colin Simmons. Cameron Brandt is actually moved up to number 9 on the list for that one. The Outland Trophy is, looks like Shadir Hurst from Tulane. Nobody from Michigan. The Mackey Award, Ty Washington of Notre Dame. Brady Priestcorn is at number 8. Broyles Award, Shalil Wood from Texas Tech is right now the runaway for that one. But we'll see. Javon Thunderbird of Fresno State is the top man for the Bupkis Award. The Remington Parker Brailsford of Alabama. Lou Groza, Enrique Manscore of Florida Atlantic. Crazy thing is, he's a freshman, a straight true freshman at that. The red guy, Jackson Smith from Western Kentucky. And the Jet Award, Tank Hawkins of Florida Atlantic. And Sean Alexander, Taven St. Clair of Washington. Wait a second. Keelan Russell. Damn, Keelan Russell left Alabama, went and signed with Texas Tech, and he is in the running for Sean Alexander. What the hell? They throw for 2,437 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 4 picks. I can understand. I can definitely understand. So that's all the award. That's the looking for the awards finalists and everything. If we were whole season right now, who's even on the list for a bowl game? Actually, that's a good question. We are not on the list for a bowl game right now. Nope. Huh. Wow. Shit. Alright, so we got some work to do. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut this here. I will be back probably tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be tomorrow. It'll either be tomorrow or Sunday. It just depends on how things are. We'll pick up with the game against UCLA, and we'll probably squeeze in. We'll probably get the Michigan, and then we'll do senior night against Michigan State. We'll probably squeeze those two in, and then the stream after that we'll get the last 2 games of the season in with Rutgers and Ohio State. So until next time, guys, we will see y'all later. Y'all enjoy yourselves, and as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for following along, and like I said, see you on the next stream, as we're going to be looking to basically wrap up our home schedule with UCLA and Michigan State before we hit the road to end the season for 2026. Until next time, thank you guys. Thank y'all for following along, and as always, y'all have fun. Go Wolverines.